Hello everyone and welcome to my USA Tube Gossip channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Daredevil. Born Again got off to a mostly strong start last week, but the divisive plot twist that sets the series in motion and the usual issues of establishing a new show meant that the two-episode premiere fell a bit short of matching the heights of the previous Daredevil series. Episode 3 doesn't match any of the original show's best installments either, but it is the sharpest of the new installments so far and an encouraging sign that Born Again could quickly establish its own distinct and strong identity. And while some Marvel fans may be eager to see more of Matt Murdock in costume fighting crime as Daredevil, given the lengthy interval between his two solo series, the episode's strength is due to the choice to focus more on his civilian identity as an altruistic lawyer. While there are a few scenes highlighting escalating tensions in the New York underworld that Wilson and Vanessa Fisk are disagreeing on how to handle, the rest of Season 1, Episode 3, The Hollow of His Hand, is all about the murder trial of Hector Ayala, Matt's new client who is himself secretly the superhero known as White Tiger. The storyline directly adapts an arc from the Daredevil comics that Cox has often described as a personal favorite because of its heavy focus on legal work, and seeing the actor get to finally bring the tale to life 10 years after he began playing Matt emphasizes why fans are so lucky to have him in the role. Cox's enthusiasm for the part is clear both within the Marvel projects in which he appears and when he discusses the role behind the scenes, with the actor consistently showing both on-screen and off that he is the definitive Daredevil, at least for this generation. With the trial going poorly, Matt makes the risky choice to reveal that Hector is White Tiger, in the hopes that knowledge of his superhero work will convince the jury that he would not murder a police officer as he is accused of doing. This leads the story to emphasize the differences between Matt, Hector, and other heroes in the MCU. Following the success of Tony Stark revealing he's Iron Man in his first appearance, the franchise hasn't placed much emphasis on the traditionally major element of the genre. Matt and Hector are part of a small group of heroes, including Spider-Man and Moon Knight, among only a few others, who hide their real names from the public. While this makes sense, as they don't have the financial resources or government contacts needed to keep their loved ones safe while being public figures, it also makes it harder for them to be held accountable and, consequently, be trusted by that public, as the district attorney prosecuting Hector points out. The actual trial isn't especially complex, particularly for any frequent viewers of more grounded courtroom drama films or series, but it is consistently well-staged and acted, especially by Cox and Reyes. Born Again's leading man continues to demonstrate his charisma and reminds longtime fans that he's just as good at delivering Matt's quick-witted legal arguments as he is intense superhero confrontations. And Reyes strikingly captures the fear of continued imprisonment and desperation to be free that Hector has, as well as his steadfast belief that his past crime fighting was the right thing to do, making the character a memorable and compelling figure despite his role ultimately being a brief one, in addition to exploring common tropes of the superhero genre from a legal perspective. The White Tiger trial arc from the Daredevil comics also develops aspects of various longer-term storylines. For the title, the MCU version of the story also succeeds at both of these functions. Representing Hector exacerbates Matt's existing indecision over whether he should stay retired from operating as Daredevil, a decision he'd already begun to question when Fisk was elected mayor. This becomes exceedingly apparent when he discusses revealing Hector's secret identity with the latter after the fact. Although apologetic for the sudden, unilateral nature of the decision, Matt remains firm that it was necessary for the trial and clarifies to Hector that, even if he is acquitted of the murder charges, he can no longer be the White Tiger, lest he or his family face further legal or deadly consequences. When Hector replies that he can't give up the alter ego, as it's a crucial part of who he is, he's unknowingly talking about Matt as well, even though Matt tries to convince both of them that they might not miss their superhero sides as much as they think. In addition, after Hector is acquitted, Matt celebrates the victory with a quiet dinner date with Heather Glenn calling the case, a nice little reminder that, every once in a while, the system works. During their time together, he also opens up to Heather about the death of his best friend, Foggy Nelson, for the first time. While some fans of the comic and previous series hold out hope that Foggy will later be revealed to be still alive, Matt healing from his presumed death is still naturally a big part of his larger character arc, with the discussion instigated by Hector's case also serving to bring Matt and Heather closer together. Unfortunately, the triumph of the acquittal is short-lived. Fisk is outraged by the decision, with it leading him to begin a more proactive crusade against the city's vigilantes/superheroes. In his public statements about this, he also feigns interest in getting justice for the corrupt cop who got himself killed while fighting Hector, which will presumably help the felon mayor sway more of the city's law enforcement agents to his side. Even more devastating, Hector is shot and killed by an assailant wearing a vest adorned with the distinctive skull logo famously used by lethal vigilante Frank Castle/The Punisher, after donning his white tiger costume to fight crime once more. The assassin is almost certainly one of the corrupt cops who have appropriated Frank's symbol, rather than the man himself, who will presumably resume his own brutal crime fighting to avenge the twisted atrocity. Even more crucially, this loss could very well lead Matt to return to being Daredevil. By delivering and setting up all these developments and more, the White Tiger trial cements itself as one of the great arcs in Marvel TV history and effectively reminds audiences that Matt Murdock is just as compelling in court as he is jumping across rooftop. So, what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.